Addition is now recorded by the property appraiser's website. Even if it was done without a permit, is it still considered an illegal addition?
Ooh, that's a good question. I was in Pompano. I was working in a duplex. The guy purchased the duplex as a fourplex. It said on the property appraiser 4 units under the square footage. The zoning on the property was only granted 2 units. All the parking on the street was super messed up. The city comes by 15 years later and writes everyone a violation who has more than 2 units in all these buildings. This is when the property appraiser says 4 units. It doesn't legalize anything. The information that's really mind-blowing to me, as it might be to you, because I rely on the information that the property appraiser has as grandfathering in or superseding, but that's not the case. So we really, when we're dealing with these things, we always have to go to the municipality. Even when I was mentioning to you, checking the zoning on, hold on, let's go back to share screen. Even when I was mentioning to you the zoning, this R1 zoning, and all of these zoning and all of Tamarack, R3, you need to check with the city. The property appraiser is excellent, but you need to check with the city. Now, this is construction that was built in 1993. This is a 2,200 square foot house. It has 1 unit, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Let me bring you back over to that Pompano property. And I'm only talking to you about the Pompano property because it was resolved. But a lot of these are very hardship situations and they're very confidential. Okay, so you see where it says 2 units here, built in 1991. There's a sketch of the building. We have a sketch of the building. So this building was originally zoned for 2 units. Somewhere between now and when the seller bought it in 2018, let me go back. Originally, this was 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 units. The building was split down the middle. But at some point, they put 2 bedrooms on either end, and they made one. They put 2 bedrooms in the middle, and they put 1 bedrooms on the outside. So they changed it to 4 units. The zoning code, if I go to this particular property, the zoning code is an RD1. Now, all of the buildings along this block, they have 4 units, but they only have parking. Hold on. Can you see it there? You can't really see it, but they only have 4 parking spots, 2A and 2B and 1B and 1A. So again, zoning has to do with parking. There was a lot of, hold on. Let me take you guys down the street 1 second. Hold on. So there's 4 or 5 spots, or maybe this one is in a spot, but the point I'm trying to make is this whole block, there were people parking in the street like they are now. And the city came out to this block in Pompano and found every single one of these buildings that it said 4 units on BCPA previously. They said you need to do a change of use and convert all of these buildings back into 2 units. So you see these parking issues and drainage and swale, and there's a lot of cars on the street, there's trash on the street. So a number of things brought code enforcement on the street, and they're like, wow, there are more units that need to be here.
So somebody could have bought it as a 4 unit and have to take it back to 2 now?
Correct. Someone bought it as a 4 unit. Someone bought it as a 4 unit.
They had a 4 unit, they would have seen in the lease.
On the tax roll, it didn't have a code violation when they bought it. It had a code violation after they bought it to bring it from 4 units to 2 units. BCPA, like the question, like the participant said today in our classroom, BCPA said it should have 4 units. But the city didn't have permits for 4 units, and the city zoning didn't allow for 4 units.
Wow.
So the client had to pull a change of use to 2 units that were 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms each. They lost a little bit of income because it's more income to have 4 units. I personally like dealing with less tenants. I rather deal with 2 tenants than 4 tenants. But again, point being, the income went down a little. We brought it into compliance. We had to bring electrical, AC, move some walls around. It took 2 months and $12,000. Property owner was not happy.
Who could blame them?
And by the way, I mean, they're not going to be happy with their agent. So these are really important things. They're not happy with their agent. They're not happy with their title company. They're not happy with anyone. So it's really important to maintain those things.